Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Oh, good return up past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
In the course of the game, we focus on the offense and the defense, and we give lip service to the special teams. It's way bigger than that. The third phase of any football team, and special teams provided the spark to begin this game.
Richardson going right to the air. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. You look at this Eagle defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring us to a 34.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now Richardson back to throw it. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Quentin Johnston with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
It is good.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
19 Lions. Here we go. Here we go. Bronco 80.
Now Richardson. Now he'll tuck this and run. He's got Lamb near the sideline making the catch. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw. When they went through 2-minute drills, and they went through all the different situations, ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Again, it's Richardson. Now he's going to step up and run. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Niners now are 2-5 to start play. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month partner in this league without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
You look at this Eagle defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
A 52-yard attempt.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And that'll keep this a 1-point game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Going deep for Walker. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the 49ers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space. It turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He'll find ETN out of the backfield. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he'll take this down to the 22-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
2-yard line.
Get up!
Quick throw here to Johnston. And he'll go out of bounds downs in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's second down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Off play action. Richardson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. With that, he matches his receiving yards from a week ago. We still have more than a half a football to play. It's a first down.
Ready? Bronco 80.
Etienne trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2? Maybe even 3 more plays.
Ready?
Once more, Etienne. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Quick throw completed by Richardson. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. Here's Ryan Fitzgerald to try the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 79 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Trimmer.
Here's Hurts to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. Complete to his target, Jalen Hyatt. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Great.
Throwing is Hurts. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Hurts. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown. Lad McConkey, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Hurts will throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. I looked at the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
1 yard.
Second and 9.
Second and 9.
Let's go. 79, Cougar 19.
Richardson looking to throw this. ETN bringing in another one. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Richardson. Finding ETN here, catching it on the out route. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And Richardson looks to throw once more. Pass hauled in by Johnston. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Eagles.
Silver, set.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself. Now he'll let it go deep right side.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
Hey, Silver.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Great.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
63. Hey, 73. Tiger Hornet.
Back to throw again. That is caught by Laporta. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Great.
Throwing again on second and 10. Hurts to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. York able to send this one through. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
They'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for two here, he says.
The Eagles will set up for the two-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores.
26, 49ers 9. Cade York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now Richardson. This one caught by Kittle. Look at the big man rumble. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
And the 49er first down.
18, 5 here.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go. Ready.
And this is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Anthony Richardson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the 49ers are able to cut into that deficit. No problem now on the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
26, 49ers 16.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Second and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
And this one finds McConkey. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
For the field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And the lead will hold at 10.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
19, 18, trap 60, trap 60. I got him, man, I got him.
Here's Richardson to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. Room to maneuver at the 35. Touchdown, Flyers! C.D. Lamb, 54 yards. And the Niners are back within a score. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is down to a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let...
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Milton Williams breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. He'll try and do this himself. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
For Eagles, 1st down. 1st down at the 45-yard line.
Easy, 63, back.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Throwing on 2nd down. Hurts. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he'll just get rid of it.
And when you're in a one-score game in the 2nd half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hyatt, 32 yards. And the Eagles get an important score there to extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seven Pirates. Get up. 69, 8, Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now Richardson back to throw it. Open man, Kyle Williams, he's got him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
First down.
Mustang 19.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Check, Matt. 19, Tiger.
Richardson looking to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. After running it, now Richardson will throw it. And he's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is gone. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. At the line, this Philly offense set to go. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? Might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. Throw left side, caught by Laporta. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him out in man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. The York on now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Eagles 40, 49ers 26. Cade York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. They'll come up first and 10 here. Now Richardson. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. All three timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They prefer to use him on the defensive end. But here's first and 10. Now he's going to step up and run. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
Panther Street, Bronco 80.
Richardson to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's third down. He'll try and do this himself.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go.
Cowboy 80.
Richardson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. So the penalty on the offense, no need to accept that. They'll decline it, and the interception will stand. We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because We've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Turns up, he picks it up and wins the game.